This is Gina Greenlee with Have a Ball, writing your first novel. So exciting! This is week 4, session 4. More on writing in bed, trance states, being idle, having fun. Lots of famous authors wrote in bed. You can Google this. People talk about it all the time. And I'm not talking, there are contemporary authors who do it, but I'm talking about, authors with some serious historical gravitas. All right. And I've got 3 resources for you, and I've provided links to them, provided links to them in the description of this video. One is an article from the Guardian online. The second one is from the Huffington Post online. And the third is actually one of my all-time favorite books. And I will give you the link to that book, written by Tom Hodgkinson. Writing in bed is not just about convenience or comfort. I think there's a psychological advantage too. If you write in bed in the early morning, as I do occasionally, you occupy an intriguing part of consciousness somewhere between dreaming and wakefulness. Part of you is still in the shadowy cave of dream world. Part of you is adjusting to the sharp brightness of reality. The mixture is fruitful and often suggestive. This is a quote from an article from the article in The Guardian written by Robert McCrum. And I believe he's quoting somebody else, but I'm going to give you the link to the whole article so you can see it, so you can read it and see all the references. Another quote from the same article. For the writer, being in bed, of course, means that you are in the antechamber to sleep, to the world of dreams. This can be incredibly helpful too. How often have I gone to sleep with a problem unresolved on the page to find, on waking, that it has magically disappeared? Stephen King refers to this little bit of mystery as the work of the boys in the basement, of the unconscious, of the subconscious that we've talked so much about in this journey. Those are references from Mr. McCrum's article in The Guardian, from Mr. Bernard Brunner's article in the Huff Post. People who work lying down often don't like to admit it. They know that their preference can quickly get them labeled as lazy. Lying down is associated with tiredness, apathy, and a lack of drive, with doing nothing, with passivity and relaxation. Does this mean that, with the exception of the odd siesta, we should only lie down at night? Not necessarily. For some people, a horizontal posture seems to create the optimal conditions for creativity and focus. I'm one of them. Hello. Do artists need phases of passivity in order to make something truly new? There's plenty of evidence that this is the case. Lin Yutang further attested, this is a writer from, an Asian writer from, I don't know, a couple hundred years ago. Again, all the references are in the HuffPost article that I'm going to give you a link to. Lin Yutang further attested to the creative benefits of lying down when he wrote some 80 years ago, a writer could get more ideas for his articles or his novel in this posture than by sitting doggedly before his desk morning and afternoon. For there, as in lying down, free from telephone calls and well-meaning visitors and common trivialities of everyday life, he sees life through a glass or a beaded screen, as it were, and a halo of poetic fantasy is cast around the world of realities and informs it with a magic beauty. There he sees life not in its rawness, but suddenly transformed into a picture more real than life itself. And isn't that how we often feel when reading a novel that really touches us? I just love that. My third reference is this book, one of my oh, I have so many favorite books, but How to Be Idle by Tom Hodgkinson, a loafer's manifesto. This I'll just give you the link and I'll let you go to Amazon and read it for yourself, but this is just a brilliant manifesto on on the creative gifts and magic of being still, of relaxing, of being a flaneur, a French word for wandering, and taking your time, being still, air cushioning your day, not going from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. Oh, take a breath. And he cites, this is an impeccably researched nonfiction book, funny as all get out. He's so literate, but not in a stuffy up your arse kind of way. I believe he is British, and impeccably researched, and so many incredible authors and composers and lyricists. Benjamin Franklin, Victor Hugo, all these folks, Winston Churchill, who composed these these great works of music and writing while walking 2 hours or on their bicycles or taking a nap. Stephen King, in his memoir on writing, talks about, again, the boys in the basement. So we in the 21st century, those of us who were born in the 20th century, need to get over this industrial revolution, hold over nonsense of that having fun and being relaxed um, equates uh, with laziness and not being productive. Nothing could be further from the facts of reality when you look at all of these historical artisans who have given the world great pieces of art, and they did so by mining those states. So I wanted to make this particular video to give you some references that you can check into. But if feeling like lying in bed or having fun or picking on your guitar, dig that out of your closet and dust it off. I used to play guitar. There's no guitar in the house, but if there was a guitar in the room, I could actually pick it and play. And now that I'm talking about it, I love that. And go for a walk and put some trance music on and get into your body and dance and get on that hula hoop and do whatever touches your heart with joy, whatever makes you feel like your spirit is being cradled and nurtured, because that's where the good stuff is. That is where the good stuff is. Um, don't buy the 19th century and 20th century, industrial revolution, sit at your desk, for 12 hours a day. I, I think we know now in the 21st century that's really not how good work gets done. So see you for the last session of this week 4. And in the meantime, honey, get horizontal.